The supermarket doors slid open with a mechanical hum, letting in the cold night air. Keanu Reeves stepped inside, pulling his hoodie over his head, blending into the late-night shoppers. He had always enjoyed these quiet moments, where no one recognized him, no flashing cameras, no expectations, just the simplicity of picking up a few essentials. As he grabbed a basket and started down the aisles, the soft buzz of conversation and the occasional beep of the cash register filled the space. Then he heard it. A muffled sob. Faint, almost hidden beneath the noise, but unmistakable. He instinctively slowed his steps, his ears tuning in. It was coming from near the checkout. He turned his head and saw her, a woman, standing alone at the counter, clutching a small basket. Her body was tense, her shoulders slightly hunched, as if trying to make herself invisible. The cashier, a young man with kind eyes, hesitated before speaking, his hands nervously hovering over the register. "Ma'am, your total is $22.50, he said gently, but there was an uneasiness in his voice, as if he already knew what was coming. The woman sniffled and wiped her eyes quickly, fumbling inside her worn-out purse. Her fingers trembled as she pulled out a few crumpled dollar bills and some coins, her lips moving in a silent count. A heavy breath escaped her as she looked up with a forced, apologetic smile. I don't have enough. Can you put the milk back?" The line behind her shifted uncomfortably. A few people glanced away, pretending not to notice. Others sighed, impatient but unwilling to speak. Keanu's grip on his basket tightened. He knew this feeling. He had been there once, long before fame, before fortune. The nights of counting coins, deciding what to leave behind, forcing himself to smile as if it didn't hurt. And now, looking at this woman, he saw himself in her eyes. He couldn't just walk away. Keanu stepped forward, his voice calm but firm. "No, don't put the milk back." The woman turned, startled, as if she hadn't expected anyone to intervene. Her red-rimmed eyes met his, full of hesitation and quiet shame. "I can't let you, you're not letting me," Keanu said, offering a small, reassuring smile. "I want to." He pulled out his wallet and handed his card to the cashier. "Ring up everything she has. And add whatever else she needs." The young cashier blinked, his fingers hovering over the register. Are you sure, sir?" "Completely." The woman's breath hitched, her lips parting in disbelief. "I don't even know how to thank you," she whispered. Keanu shrugged lightly. "You don't have to. Just promise me that someday, when you're in a better place, you'll do the same for someone else." There was silence. A heavy kind of silence, not of discomfort, but something deeper. Then, something unexpected happened. A man in line, gruff-looking, maybe in his 60s, reached into his wallet and pulled out a $20 bill, placing it on the counter. "For the next person who needs it," he said gruffly. A young mother holding a baby shifted her purse and added a 10. A college student hesitated, then handed over a few singles. One by one, strangers who had been silent moments ago started contributing, as if an invisible barrier had been shattered. The woman clutched her bag, fresh tears spilling down her face. But this time, they weren't from sadness. They were from something she had forgotten existed, kindness. The cashier, overwhelmed, wiped his own eyes as he rang up the items. He had seen people struggle before, had watched them leave in defeat. But this was different. This was hope in real time. As Keanu turned to leave, someone in the line hesitantly spoke up. "Wait, you're Keanu Reeves, aren't you?" A ripple went through the store. Heads turned. The cashier's jaw dropped slightly. Even the woman, who had been lost in her emotions, looked at him with wide eyes. Keanu stopped mid-step, his shoulders rising slightly as he exhaled. He turned back, offering a small smirk. "I guess so." The young man who had spoken blinked in shock. "But, you're a millionaire. You didn't have to do this." Keanu tilted his head, his voice soft but firm. That's exactly why I should. The woman let out a soft, incredulous laugh through her tears. You didn't just help me, she said, her voice steadier now. You reminded me that there are still good people in this world. Keanu nodded. And now, you can remind someone else. The young cashier swallowed hard. I don't know what to say. Say that you'll pass it on, Keanu replied simply. The cashier straightened, a look of determination crossing his face. I will. Keanu stepped outside into the cold, his hands tucked into his hoodie pockets. The supermarket doors slid shut behind him, but the warmth he had left inside remained. Inside, the ripple effect continued. The man who had given $20 was now talking to the mother with the baby, offering a smile that wasn't there before. The young college student, who had hesitated before contributing, now stood taller, as if realizing he had done something that mattered. And the woman, she held her bag of groceries tighter, looking around at the people who had helped her. She had walked into this store feeling invisible, defeated. Now, she felt seen. And more than that, she felt hopeful. The cashier, still wiping his eyes, looked at the next person in line. You know what? The next purchase is on me. Laughter broke out. Someone clapped. The energy in the store had shifted completely. Outside, Keanu smiled to himself as he walked toward his motorcycle. Another night. Another moment. Another reminder that sometimes, the smallest actions can create the biggest impact. As Keanu Reeves rode off into the city lights, he had no idea how far that single act of kindness would spread. The cashier would go home and tell his family about what happened, inspired to do more. The woman, who had been at her lowest, would one day find herself in a position to help someone else, and she would remember this moment. The strangers in line, who had once been bystanders, would carry this story with them, a testament to the fact that goodness still existed. And maybe, just maybe, one of them would step forward the next time they saw someone in need. If you love stories that touch your heart and inspire you, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss an uplifting story like this one.